I have a 2006 model Mitsubishi L200 Triton ML 3.2 diesel. Today in this video, I will be greasing the rear drive shaft as well as the front drive shaft. In order to grease the rear drive shaft, I have to raise the rear of the car so that the wheels are not touching the ground. I've used a trolley jack to lift the rear, and you can see I've got the rear axle supported on stands. There's two reasons to raise the rear. The first reason is that, well, it gives me height to work under the car. But secondly, in order to get the grease nipple so they're in a good position for me to pump into, I have to be able to turn the drive shaft. To be able to turn the drive shaft, I have to get the wheels off the ground. So that's the two reasons why I have to get the rear wheels off the ground. When I finish with greasing rear drive shaft, I'll lower it and then I'll move on to raise the front suspension in order to be able to turn the front drive shaft to access the nipples in a good position. Right, we're underneath the car. This is the front part of the rear drive shaft. There are three universal joints. This is the first one, then there's a middle one, and a third one right at the rear. So you can see now the reason why I've lifted the rear wheels off the ground. Handbrakes are off, gear is in neutral, so that I can rotate the shaft and get the grease nipple into a good position where I can access it to pump it. Before I pump it, I'll just spray a bit of isopropyl alcohol in order to clean it. Right, it's clean. So here I have the grease gun. I've added an attachment nozzle. It gives me flexibility to access the nipple. Alright, it's caught on. Let's start pumping and see grease come out the sides. I can see grease coming out there. That's the dirty black one. We want to see red, black grease coming out. There's red grease there. Okay, get a rag and start wiping the dirty grease out. Just turn the shaft around so I can see and clean the other parts. I might give it a little bit more pump. I'll try pumping it without that flexible nozzle. I think that's good enough. I might just clean the area up while I'm here. Alright, I think the grease here is good. I'll move to the middle universal joint. Okay, we're now looking at the number 2 universal joint on the rear drive shaft. So, give it a clean. See if I can get the nozzle in there. Okay, I can. Now to give it a pump. That's not good. The grease is just escaping. Try the flexible hose. Okay, we'll see if this works better. Yep, I think there's better resistance. So yes, I can see black grease coming out the sides. Alright, I think that will do. Give it a wipe, get rid of the excess and dirt, the dirty grease. Alright, that'll do, I think. Now to move on to the third and last joint in the rear tail shaft. Now for the last joint in the rear tail shaft. First step, clean the nozzle. Return it to me. There. That's the nozzle. Now to stick that nozzle in there. Okay, you get in your position to pump. Alright, I see the red grease all stuck. Remove the dirty grease. That's the third and last set of joints, the grease on the rear tail shaft. So I'm gonna get out and then raise the front so that I can grease the front. Okay, I've got the front left wheel elevated above ground. It's able to rotate, so I'll be able to spin the front drive shaft freely in order to access the nipple. It's the rear end of the front drive shaft that connects to the transfer case. There's the nipple. I'm just gonna try and clean it. We'll see if that's too big to get in there. I think I need to use a special attachment. I'm going to see if this special nozzle push in there will be able to beat the grease in there. We'll have a try. Yes, it seems to be working. Thank goodness for that. Black grease is coming out the sides. That's good. Jeez, you really need tools, don't you? Alright, I see red grease. Just spray, clean the nipple. Now I've got one last set of joints to grease on the front. This is the last joint at the front drive shaft to clean and grease. Okay, it's working. There's still some leak, but at least there's dirty grease coming out the side. So I just got to force it. Push hard so it doesn't slip. Alright, that'll do. Give it a spray and clean the nipple. That's it, that's the last one. Okay, done. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more and to help the channel grow. Thank you so much.